Felony charges have been filed against the driver of a vehicle versus pedestrian accident that has seriously injured a local boy. KNEB.TV News starts right now.
From your trusted source for news in western Nebraska and eastern Wyoming, this is KNEB.TV News. Presented by Platte Valley Companies, premier provider of financial services.
Hello, I'm Ryan Murphy. This is KNEB.TV News, powered by Platte Valley Companies. Thanks for joining me. In our top story, prosecutors have filed a felony assault charge against a Bayard man accused of being behind the wheel of a pickup involved in a vehicle versus pedestrian accident that occurred on Broadway in Scottsbluff last month. 20-year-old Jacob Gompert was arraigned this morning on a Class 2A felony charge of second-degree assault, in addition to misdemeanor charges of willful reckless driving after striking a boy that was crossing Broadway last month. Court records show that the pickup was traveling 72 miles per hour in the 30-mile-per-hour zone right before the collision. A GoFundMe page set up for the injured 12-year-old says he is undergoing physical rehabilitation in Denver following weeks of treatment at Children's Hospital following the September 18th accident. If found guilty of the felony charge, Gompert could face up to 20 years in prison. Well, Scottsbluff Public Schools will be conducting their annual district-wide emergency simulation next Monday. Some 30 law enforcement and first responders will be taking part in the drills, which will be conducted at every school facility in the district. District Safety and Security Coordinator James Todd says they do send out notices that the drills will be taking place, but try not to provide too much information on the type of drill at each building.
We wanted to make it as close to real life as possible without the fear of is it real or not. So we do put it out there that we're doing it, but the details of it kind of stay amongst us so that we can make it look as close to real life as possible so that we're seeing what our obstacles are going to be.
He says the district's readiness plan includes 4 key areas of mitigation, preparedness, response, and recovery. A new addition this year will be notification through the Remind Urgent Messaging System, the district's new emergency messaging system for parents, and anybody who does not receive a test message on Monday is encouraged to contact their local school. Well, straight ahead, could be a breezy, gusty weekend here in the Valley. Warriors got your weekend weather forecast coming up right after this.
At Platte Valley Bank, we understand that you have a busy life, and that means you don't always have time to come to the bank. That's why we offer user-friendly online and mobile banking with features such as iPay, recurring transfers, and mobile deposit. So you can bank how you want, when you want to. Whether you prefer to bank in person, over the phone, or online, Platte Valley Bank makes it easy to take care of your finances.
There's a place where folks still play with fire. The common ground between backyard barbecue heroes and professional chefs. This is where friendships are forged, fire and flavor come together, and new techniques are perfected. Here in Big Green Egg Country, cooking is still treated as an art form. And since the most versatile grill you'll ever own comes with a lifetime warranty, you'll always have the ultimate cooking experience.
Visit the experts at Paul Reed Construction, your authorized Big Green Egg dealer.
Meet Toberfest, the famous once-a-year sandwich celebration of all things beer, cheese, mustard, and pretzel roll, now happening all over the world, in America, in Arby's. Arby's, we have the meats.
This is KNEB.TV weather from the Arby's Weather Center. Arby's, we have the meats.
Good looking evening across the areas. We're going to have winds decrease. Skies are going to clear out. If there's any showers around, they'll end very quickly. And it's going to be a pretty nice night out there, although one you're going to want to bundle up for high school football tonight. Showers will end. Winds are going to decrease as well here over the next few hours. But it is going to turn very windy again, especially Sunday. But winds are going to be up for most of the next 7 days. And temperatures are sort of going to be on a roller coaster. Hit 82 degrees yesterday. Missed our record by just 7 out there. So a very, very mild day. Nothing in the rain gauge, right on where we should be for the month. And still over 4 inches above normal for the year. Well, you can tell there's something going on out here across the area. And it is in the form of a cold front that has started to come across the region. you could see the initial cold front out here in front of our area, and that is pushing in that cooler air out in front of it, or the warmer air out in front of it, replacing it with cooler air. And very strong winds have been coming out of the north and northwest behind this frontal system. Let's take a look at what we've got out here for temperatures right now. We're mostly in the 50s across our area, near 60 in Ogallala. Otherwise, 50s are out there. We've seen winds come down. They continue, though, out of the north-northwest. Very gusty at times. And again, those are going to continue here across the region a couple hours or so. We do have some high wind issues that we are concerned about. Already for Sunday, the day Sunday, a high wind watch has been issued for a large portion of the area. This does include all of the western Nebraska Panhandle, southeastern portions of Wyoming. We could be looking at wind gusts in these areas anywhere from 50 to 60 miles an hour at times as we go into the day on Sunday. So any of these brown shaded areas under the risk for some of that strong winds, and it's going to be quite strong on Sunday. Those showers, you saw them just off to the east. They push even further to the east. Skies clear overnight. Winds decrease. And for most of the day tomorrow, it's not going to be too bad in the wind department either. Temperatures right around that freezing mark or a couple of degrees above or below, depending on where you're at. And for tomorrow, we start the day with sunshine. Now, there will be some late-day clouds that'll start to build up. Other than that, it's going to be mainly sunny. Here comes some late-day clouds. It's going to be breezy again along that next system that's coming into the region, and it is going to produce some gusty winds, especially late tomorrow night. And as we go into the early portion of the day Sunday, winds are really going to ramp up here across the region. Temperatures tomorrow once again in the 60s, so back to about where they were today. 32 tonight with clearing skies and decreasing winds. Winds should hold off till late tomorrow, but they will increase late in the day. Highs in the mid-60s, and our 7-day forecast, the worst of the day is probably going to be Sunday. Winds very strong on Sunday, and probably again on Wednesday along that cold front, but both Monday and Tuesday look windy as well. And then breezy conditions all of the next 7 days. As you can see, we drop off in temps on Sunday, warm up a bit Tuesday, Wednesday, then drop off a bit again Thursday and Friday. So we kind of go up and down on the temperature train, but one thing that's remaining constant is gusty winds.
Meet Toberfest, the famous once-a-year sandwich celebration of all things beer, cheese, mustard, and pretzel roll, now happening all over the world, in America, in Arby's. Arby's, we have the meats.
Exceptional care, right here at home. That's the mission of Morrill County Community Hospital. Morrill County Community Hospital is a 20-bed critical access hospital that owns and operates clinics throughout Bridgeport, including specialty outreach clinics and Morrill County Home Health Clinic, as well as Chimney Rock Medical Center, located in Bayard. Our dedicated team is committed to you and our community every time at Morrill County Community Hospital, Bridgeport, Nebraska.
Known previously as Angela's Bridal and Boutique in downtown Scottsbluff, now tuxedos and men's formal wear by Angela's. Brought to you by Weborg 21 Center. We are excited to offer you more one-on-one customer service. Whether you need a tux for the wedding, a suit for the office, or you're just ready to step up your everyday fashion. And don't forget our second location. Angela's Boutique is now located at Bianco & Company in downtown Scottsbluff, still empowering women to look and feel their most confident. The same great boutique, now just down the street.
Chicken street tacos from Taco John's with our signature garlic lime sauce. Or upgrade to sirloin steak for just $1 more. 3 for just $5. Taco John's. Bigger, bolder, better.
Welcome back. A bench warrant has been issued for the arrest of a 48-year-old Mitchell man who failed to show up for his sentencing this morning. Last month, Cleveland Burnett pleaded no contest to a charge of possession of a controlled substance, but due to prior felony convictions, Burnett is also facing a habitual criminal enhancement, which by law carries a mandatory minimum of 10 years in prison. Defense attorney Darren Nepper requested a continuance for today's sentencing after Burnett failed to show up, a request that was denied. Burnett will also forfeit the money used to post bail back in August. Well, the 31st Annual Spooktacular at the Riverside Discovery Center kicks off tonight, and Zoo Director Anthony Mason invites everybody to join them for their biggest fundraiser of the year. Mason says you could put on your favorite Halloween costume and spend the evening exploring different stations throughout the zoo with fun activities and games.
So we've got lots of themed areas. We'll have lots of folks in costume. This is really a great thing for families and little kids. If you're a little bit older and want to experience our Area 51 haunted house, that's a new area we have this year. So there's lots to do for everybody.
Admission is $8 per person and free for kids 1 and under. Spooktacular runs tonight, tomorrow, and Sunday. Picks up again on the 25th through the 30th and runs from 6:30 to 8 p.m. nightly. There is an additional $5 charge for the Area 51 themed haunted section, which is perfect for kids aged 13 and up. And a preliminary engineering agreement for an aircraft rescue and firefighting station building addition at the Western Nebraska Regional Airport was approved this week. Airport Director Raul Aguayo says the AIP project would house the airport's newly acquired large fire truck, which requires more space than is available in the current fire station. He says the turnout gear and chemicals used for the new fire apparatus will also be kept in the new building, but says it will serve a singular use. The new structure is anticipated to be built directly to the west of the current fire station, with direct access between the two buildings. Well, straight ahead, Alex and Rebel will be in with a recap of the week that was in Ag News. You'll have your Friday 5 right after this on KNEB.TV News. In life, some things just go together, like a burger and fries, and home and auto insurance from State Farm. So make it a combo. Combining your home and auto insurance could save you time and money. And who doesn't like that? Just call State Farm agent Kara Heilbrunn and find out how you can start saving today. It's just another way. We're here to help life go right.
Hey, I've been hanging out here a long time outside of Panhandle Auto Group, and boy, do they have a great selection of vehicles.
And their sales team is great to work with, and you can also get your vehicle serviced and detailed too.
Welcome to Panhandle Auto. This is Sam Serta, General Sales Manager. It has been our pleasure to serve you for the past 2 years. At Panhandle Auto, we have a seat for everybody. Whether you need a vehicle for yourself, a son or daughter, our team will go above and beyond to satisfy your needs and even your dreams. So again, thank you from Sam Serta, General Sales Manager at Panhandle Auto, for allowing us to earn your business. At Panhandle Auto,
it's time for something different.
For the card-carrying fan, get your Husker Visa debit card so you can take the game with you. Free with First Free Checking.
This is KNEB TV Ag News from the First National Bank Ag Desk. First National Bank of North Platte, the bank to think of first.
Harvest is upon us, and there is no better way to present this episode of Friday 5 than by being in the fields.
This episode is being brought to you by the Nebraska Corn Board, and this field is being brought to you by Dusket Farms.
Starting off the countdown at number 5 is our social media story of the week.
Some farmers are finding humor in unfortunate harvest circumstances. Mike Lass from Texas tweeted this photo saying, "I'm not sure what happened. 1 minute it was all good, the next minute it was all bad. Hashtag grain cart guy."
Some other farmers up north are scouting their fields in unconventional ways this season, in particular with snowmobiles.
Keep sending us your harvest photos and stories throughout the season.
Number 4 on the countdown, more than 300 FFA students were recently granted FFA jackets, ties, and scarves from the Nebraska FFA Foundation.
This year's Blue Jackets Bright Futures program received over 650 applications from FFA members. Through donations, the Nebraska FFA Foundation was able to donate 311 jackets.
These donations come just before the 92nd National FFA Convention and Expo, which actually kicks off in 2 weeks. Nearly 70,000 FFA members and guests attended last year's convention, and FFA hopes to grow that number this year.
Number 3 on the countdown, October is National Pasta Month. Thanks to Nebraska wheat farmers, that's a celebration Americans can appreciate.
Americans consume 2.7 million tons of pasta every single year. That's according to data from the National Pasta Association. And the average consumer eats 20 pounds of pasta each year.
According to our calculations, 1 bushel of wheat can make over 330 servings of homemade pasta noodles.
Number 2 on the countdown, legislation was recently introduced that seeks to curb suicide in farmers.
The Seeding Rural Resilience Act was introduced last month and aims to offer ways to help farmers in rural America deal with stress.
Iowa Senator Chuck Grassley says the legislation is receiving a lot of praise from farm and mental health organizations. Federal data shows the suicide rate is 45% higher in rural America than it is in urban areas.
And number one this week, the Environmental Protection Agency released its plan to change the renewable fuel standard regarding small refinery exemptions.
Biofuels groups charge the proposal provides a loophole, as the EPA has previously ignored similar Energy Department recommendations. Meanwhile, the American Petroleum Institute says the proposal includes, quote, misguided reallocation of volumes that will punish oil companies to comply with the RFS.
The EPA says the notice does not change the proposed volumes for 2020 and 2021. Instead, it proposes and seeks comment on adjustments to the way annual renewable fuel percentages are calculated. The EPA will hold a public forum on October 30th.
That'll be it for this Do Skip Farms edition of Friday 5, which is being brought to you by the Nebraska Corn Board.
Happy harvest and have a great weekend.
You already know that choosing clean-burning American ethanol blends at the pump can reduce risk to human health. Well, during October, choosing blends of unleaded 88 all the way to E85 can actually help fuel a cure for breast cancer. Because for every gallon you buy, your participating retailer will contribute 3 cents per gallon to breast cancer research at the Fred and Pamela Buffett Cancer Center. Visit fuelthecure.pink to find a participating American ethanol retailer near you. That's fuelthecure.pink.
Sometimes events in life are planned. Others, a happy surprise. No matter what life change you're navigating, whether you're getting married or just want a bigger yard for your pup, find a home that fits. First National Bank North Platte. Start your mortgage pre-approval today. Retirement. A new season in life where you can change how you live it. And something easier, convenient, that feels just right. When it's time, find a home that fits. First National Bank North Platte. Start your mortgage pre-approval today.
At TC & More in Scottsbluff, we have toys and puzzles for your children, or they make a great gift. TC & More has craft activities, pretend play toys, and dozens of puzzles and games for all ages. We also have the largest supply of Melissa and Doug toys. And we still carry all of your classroom essentials. Remember to like TC & More on Facebook. TC & More, 1621 Broadway, beautiful downtown Scottsbluff.
When it comes to helping local folks with the loans and financial advice they need, we don't horse around. Our only goal is to help you and your family achieve your financial goals with the right loans and savings products. So if you want to bank with people that care about you and your financial needs, stop by or give us a call. First State Bank. We're big on you. Member FDIC. Online at fsbcentral.com.
Well, let's take a peek at what's happening on your weekend community calendar. That's a look at today's community calendar, brought to you by First State Bank, honoring those who give back. Nominate your community champion at fsbcentral.com.
Are you ready to join the celebration? Then what are you waiting for? Switch to Viero today and find out exactly why we're better. More towers than the competition, convenient stores in your neighborhood, friendly, helpful customer service, and top phones at excellent values, such as the iPhone XR for free. That's right, get a free iPhone XR when you purchase any other iPhone of equal or greater value. Viero Wireless, your better choice for wireless service.
Whether you're watching the game at home with 9 friends or at the stadium with 90,000, we're cheering right alongside you.
Here at Allo, we believe the best fans deserve the best service.
And we believe this is the year.
This is the year. This is the year. And now
is the time.
So never miss a play and experience game day with service provided by Nebraskans for Nebraskans. Switch today and upgrade your football season with fiber internet, TV, and phone from Allo.
It's the time of the year again for the Platte Valley Company's Star Student of the Week. Last year, we traveled across the Panhandle and into eastern Wyoming to recognize over 50 students for their achievements in and out of the classroom. Let's revisit what they had to say.
Back in December, Gehring Freshman Academy counselor Rick Merez nominated Sydney Winkler for stepping up for a student that was being bullied.
We had a student who chose not to partake in the laughter. It was a genuine, are you okay? This wasn't right, can I help you type of situation. So I submitted that because, look, I'm getting goosebumps just talking about it, because it was such a genuine act that I hadn't seen that in all of my time at school.
I was always taught to stand up for what I believed in, and I believed it was wrong, so I just stood up for what I believed in.
To nominate a deserving K-12 student to be recognized for being a star student, you can find nomination forms online at www.pvbank.com.
Local lending. We're here for you from start to finish. Keeping money in our economy, supporting local jobs, giving back to our community, investing in entrepreneurship, making our quiet towns a destination. At Platte Valley Bank, we support local because we are local.
And before we break for the weekend, it's time to honor the Platte Valley Company's Star Student of the Week. For this week's Star Student of the Week, we're back at Scottsbluff High School, where PVC associate Jill Allen reads off the nomination for this week's winner, freshman Michael Thrash.
Michael is a respectful and kind young man. He has maintained an AB average throughout his middle school career and strives for honor roll in high school. He participates in the U.S. Army Junior Reserve Officer Training Corps program and also has participated in basketball, football, wrestling, track and field programs for BMS and SHS. He has been acknowledged for assisting students with disabilities and also participates in volunteer events within the community.
Afterwards, PVC associate Bridget Peck caught up with Michael for a little Q&A.
How did you become a leader? How did you develop the skills that you have today?
I don't know. I'd have to say it started from elementary. I don't remember my principal, but he always told me to be a leader. Just don't be a follower, be a leader. Stand up for whatever is right and stuff like that.
He says so far he's liking his weights class at SHS because he likes to stay active and healthy, and says he has been enjoying everything he's learning in the Air Force Junior ROTC program.
Probably all the stuff I've learned. We just did a paper on the Middle Eastern countries and stuff, and he explained a lot how we don't know a lot about that side of the country and how they're going through civil wars and stuff like that.
And outside of the classroom, you'll likely find him participating in sports year-round.
Right now I'm in freshman football, and I'll probably do basketball next, and then track, and then summer's baseball.
Congratulations once again to Scottsbluff High School freshman Michael Thrash, the Platte Valley Company's Star Student of the Week. And if you'd like to nominate a deserving K-12 student to be the next Star Student of the Week, you can find nomination forms online at www.pvbank.com. Well, that does it for us this time. Thank you so much for tuning in. Have a great weekend. We'll see you back here on Monday.